So I've had a couple questions on some of my posts and videos about the new downrigger I'm running. It is the Scotty Lake Troller manual downrigger. It is mounted on the track of my Lost Creek angler, and it has mine has a 4-pound ball. It's rated for a 3-pound. It's actually recommended 2 to 3 pounds, but I couldn't find one, so I went into a local store and bought the smallest one I could, which is a 4-pounder. This is a manual downrigger, meaning you have to loosen the tensioner knob and manually bring it down, manually bring it up, lock it in place. Sounds like kind of a hassle, but quite frankly, it hasn't been too bad. I'm not bringing it up and down a ton, so it's not too difficult. So it does come with a screw-on Scotty mount that's designed to be mounted to small boats, but being that I was mounted on a kayak and I don't want to drill into my kayak. My Lost Creek's not the most expensive, and I know some of you guys have much more expensive kayaks, and I'm sure you don't want to poke holes in those bad boys. So I took off the base plate mount because the Scotty mount, you just pop it off, and I have it mounted on just a regular Scotty mount right there, and you can see it pops off real easy. So it's just a regular Scotty mount mounted in my rail. You figure out the angle you want at, you pop it in, it locks in place, and it's good to go. It comes with the Scotty power clip, which has 2 settings. You pull it out to make it a little bit looser, you push it in to make it a little bit tighter, and it clips just, a little pinch. Put your line in about halfway, and as soon as you get a strike, it's gonna pop it right off your line, and you're out there and you're ready to reel in. This is a great solution if you're usually using snap weights like what I used to use, or I still actually use snap weights on one side and use the downrigger on the other, or I'll troll on the top when I'm looking for fish in the early morning. I'll troll on the top on that side. I'll drop this down where I'm marking fish on this side, because when you're trolling, you don't actually mark the fish on the surface because the way your sonar beam angles out, kind of like a pyramid. So if you got them up on the top, you're not going to see them. So I'll troll on the surface on that side, or if I'm finding them down low, I will throw on a snap weight and drop down to where I'm getting them on the downrigger. But frankly, this is a lot easier to set your depth precisely than with snap weights. I'm sure we've all seen the charts where, you have, it's like you put on like a 1 ounce weight and you let out 150 feet of line, you'll be down at 20 feet or something like that. This I can let out, I usually let about 50 to 60 feet out, snap on my line, and then I drop the downrigger. Say I want to be down at 40 feet and I've got 60 feet out already. I just drop the downrigger till my line counter hits 100, and I know I'm right there at 40 to 45 feet because there's a little bit of drop back from your dodgers or your lure, or there's a little sinkage from your dodger or lure, so you're up or down 5 feet, but at least gets you right in that strike zone a lot easier, and it maintains in that zone a lot easier. And the big thing I find for me with the downrigger versus snap weights is I can stop. I can stop pedaling if I'm fighting a fish and I have the downrigger down, because if I only have 100 feet of line out and I'm at 100 feet of water and I'm fishing at 40 feet, I can stop, because I'm only got, if I'm at 120 feet, let's say, of depth, and I've got 100 feet of line out, if I stop and it sinks all the way down, I'm still 20 feet off bottom. If I'm fishing at 40 feet on that, I've usually got about 150 feet out. And at 120 feet, I got to keep pedaling while I'm fighting the fish on this side. So having the downrigger is awesome. Being able to pop it on and off, super easy, awesome. Thing's very light, super compact. I'm using a pedal kayak, so having things in your way while you're pedaling is a hassle. This thing is super small and compact. It doesn't get in the way of my legs, and it works quite well. I'll actually link a video right here or down in the description, depends where I get it, of me using it for the first time, and you can see me pedaling with it. It's not in the way at all. The only thing I will mention is make sure you get your Scotty mount nice and tight, because the drag will actually pull this back, and see it's snugging up my Scotty mount in my track. If I had it on that side, it'd be loosening it. So make sure you get that thing nice and snug before you put this bad boy on here. But all in all, This thing is a great little downrigger for a kayak. It's a great solution where you don't have to drill or cut or do anything permanent to your kayak. It comes off nice and easy, and it works quite well. I'll have it linked down on Amazon, as well as the little Scotty mount down in the description. It's an affiliate link, so I do get a little bit of money back if you click it, but it doesn't cost you anything more. So it's a win-win for everybody and helps support the channel. So if you're looking to get a downrigger hooked onto your kayak, I highly suggest this one. It's not crazy expensive. I think I paid around 80 bucks for it. Obviously, click the link. It'll show you the current price because Amazon fluctuates up and down. And I think it was 20 bucks, 15 to 20 bucks for the track mount. So for just around 100 bucks, you can get a whole downrigger set up for your kayak that you can take on and off when you don't need it. And it makes fishing and trolling, especially for like Kokanee, a lot easier than using snap weights, a lot less stuff to worry about, and frankly, the math is a lot easier. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please go ahead, leave them down in the comments. And hey, if you want to see more fishing / fishing gear videos, go ahead and hit subscribe. It helps me out. And yeah, thank y'all.